Service discovery is an important concept in microservices which help us to discover other services. So as long as it's a monolith application, we know this is one application and it's running on port 8080, it's really easy. But things get difficult when we want to launch multiple services on a single process space. So let's say here we are running one service is running on port 8080, another is running on 8082, because it cannot occupy the same port as this is one process space. Similarly, if we keep launching other services, so we keep growing this port range, and then one way could be we have to bind one port number with one service. So let's say for payment it could be 80, for trips it could be 81, for the chat it could be 82. We can bind them, but things will get difficult when we have to launch multiple instances of same service. So let's say this is a credit card validation. Now one of the instances running on 8081, another is running on 8083. Now it's really difficult for us to bind the port with a specific service, and even if it grows to further level and it has another instance that is running here, so it has to change its port accordingly. How this 8080 will know about these port numbers, or how the service will know about the active instances or active services that are running. So this problem cannot be solved if we move them into individual process space. So in one process space one service, in another process space another service. So this is one IP address, this is another, this could be another IP address, third IP address, and fourth IP address. Now this service is sure about the port number, but it's not sure about the IP address. So to solve all these problems, we have a solution in Spring Boot, like in Spring Framework, which is Spring Cloud, and Spring Cloud specifically gave us a Eureka server for the service discovery. How it works: whenever a service is up, it registers itself to the Eureka server and then get the list of available services. Now here if we look at, there's a CC validation, credit card validation. When this instance is up, it will register itself and tell the Eureka server its IP address and port number. When the instance 2 is up, it will tell the Eureka server its IP address and the port number. If it is different or it is same, it depends how you have configured these instances. Now as soon as payment is up, it will retrieve these lists. So Eureka server maintains lists like this way. CC validation has instance 1 detail and instance 2 detail, both IP address, port number, and other thing. And then similarly the payment detail, the payment instance detail. Now once this payment service retrieve this list of instance 1 and instance 2, it can hit the URLs, it can communicate with them using the ribbon help us in the client side load balancing. So first request might go to here, the second request will go to the instance 2, and the third again to 1, and fourth again to 2. So that's how the load balancing on the client side is done. That's how the payment service will know about these CC validation services, because they can grow, and also they could be in same process space which is running in one instance. They could be in multiple process space, maybe in container or maybe different virtual machine with different IP addresses. So that's how Spring Cloud Eureka server work us help us in discovering other services.